Welcome to Out of the Blue, number 400. So I want to cover three things today. The first is the relationship between Swedenborg and Neo-Swedenborgianism. So Swedenborg claimed to have visited heaven and described it in great detail in lots of books. Neo-Swedenborgianism sees all of that as essentially him journeying into his own psyche, but also it's Western civilization. So it's the basic template of Western civilization. So while he absolutely believed he was visiting another world, from our perspective it seems, or from my perspective, or speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically, it seems like he was in his own mind, but the lack of external references made it seem like another realm. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is that in this world, so he describes this world in great detail, and in this world, in the a Swedenborgian afterlife, heaven, even in Heaven and Hell. One of his books is called Heaven and Hell. And in this heaven-hell world, you can do whatever you want. And you are drawn naturally to other people who have same desires, similar desires. So I bring that into the present. So speaking Neo-Swedenborgianistically, I see it as in our own self-interest to pursue what it is we want to do, to put these things into our life, to first of all try and find what it is, and second of all to try to find time to focus on it, even if it's just to think about it. Okay? So it behooves us, it is in our own self-interest to examine what we want to do and to try to find some time to do it. So that's 1, 2. Number 3 is that I think there's a lot of people, if they thought about it, who would want to take up the violin or fiddle, play fiddle or violin. So I'm one of those people, and I took up the violin, and I've been playing violin about 25 years now. And violin is one of the most difficult things in the world to do. Even just the very beginning steps are very difficult. So my intention here is to offer a nurturing space, nurturing your spirit for whatever it is you want to do, whoever it is you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be around me. I want to create a space where you are free and welcome and encouraged to be who you want to be. Not only without judgment, but with nurturing and support. So, I want to nurture the people around me to be their true selves. So that's generally what I'm doing, but specifically, I want to help people along who are on this extremely difficult path of the adult beginner on the violin. So being an adult beginner on the violin takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. So I've offered 2 lessons so far, and I'm just going to repeat what those are. The first one is, it's time to look at your fingernails. So what you can do is, let's see. It's time to look at your fingernails. So see how I'm leading with the wrist here? You lift the wrist and lower with the wrist, and the hand follows. That's essentially how the bow is moved. You lead with the wrist. And in this hand, looking at your fingernails, it's time to look at your fingernails. So this is lesson number 1. It's time to look at your fingernails. And this is the essentially the position you're in when you're playing the violin. This wrist is straight, and you're leading with this wrist. It's time to look at your fingernails. And so you can stand up straight, and mirror this. So look at this as looking in the mirror. It's time to look at your fingernails. 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 All right? And now with the violin, it would look, right? But you don't have to have a violin to do it. Now the second lesson, which I've shown, was this fingering pattern, which looks like this, and it's a large space. So these two fingers are close together. There's space and a space. But we're not playing anything yet. We're not making any notes. We're singing it. And it sounds like this. Yo. That's a major scale. And so you don't have to have anything in your hand to do that. So we're going to go ho, 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 yo, ho, 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 So what I'm getting at is that you can enter the violin world, and I'm in the violin world, and so I'm welcoming you into it, and you can enter it without spending any money. Without spending any money, basically, I guess is what I'm saying. The first step is the intention and this posture, and then the sound. So before we start pulling notes and pressing fingers down, you want to get this sound in your mind. Oh, and you can hum it and sing it all you want. All right, so welcome to Out of the Blue. We have number 400. And I just want to say, be who you want to be, and you can be whoever you want to be. And I'm someone, and I'm creating a space where that's nurtured and encouraged. There's so much conflict and disharmony in the world today, and my hope is to create a more harmonious space.